Beep beep everybody, hope you're all having a great day. Thanks so much for tuning into the channel. Here we are at the Slatington Marketplace. This is a large antique mall that is in the former Keystone Lamp Factory, and this is located in Slatington, Pennsylvania on 8281 Route 873, which I believe is also called North Walnut Street. If you're traveling on the Pennsylvania Turnpike Northeast Extension, you want the Route 209 exit down to State Route 248 and then State Route 873 going south. So this first case I came across has a lot of modern cards in it. A good number are football. There are also baseball cards in here as well. And this would be in that large white building on the right side of that entry film showing the property. There's a middle building and the building on the left also. And this place has 250,000 square feet, so it's a pretty big one. And here's a bunch of baseball cards here, including a signed Kurt Simmons card back there. Got a mixture of junk wax and modern. There's also some basketball cards I believe I saw there too. I apologize for the lighting. Glass cases are difficult to film, so the prices aren't very visible. But I think most of them are priced around retail or so. And there we have a bunch of 2024 Topps cards down there on the bottom shelf, and that's what that case looks like from afar. The next thing I came across was this rotating display, and they had a bunch of variety of like non-sports cards in here, plus sports cards as well. A couple Aaron Judge cards there. There's a 78 Pete Rose record breaker card that was priced at $3. There's a Valenzuela rookie and a Tim Raines rookie. The Raines rookie is going for they're going for $2. And here's some cards from that old baseball scoop set, which I'm not real familiar with. I don't have any myself. And on this other side is mostly football cards. Slatington, Pennsylvania is on the eastern side of Pennsylvania, so there is more Philadelphia-related stuff here, unlike the ones on the west, which seem to focus more on Pittsburgh. This seller had a really cool display of collectible trains. I know this is not baseball card related, but when I see somebody go through this kind of trouble to put together a really nice display, I think it's worthy of at least filming it and inserting it in the middle so that you know there is a lot more here than just sports cards. This seller has a 1993 Upper Deck set in a box, but I could not find a price on that. And this seller also has two other boxes which aren't labeled at all, so I don't know what was in those. They have some of those Fleer Atlantic small packs there. I didn't see a price tag on those, but these were $1 here for these 89 Fleer cards, and there's quite a few of those in there. Looks like they may have contained the same cards in each one. This seller had some packs and rack packs on this bottom shelf. There's some 88 Fleer packs for $3. And the 90 Donruss back there is also $3. They got rack packs from 89 and 87 Topps. It's hard to see the price tags in the back, but it looks like the 87s were going for $6 a rack pack. And I can't quite make out the prices for the 89s because they weren't very visible from here. I almost think that it might be $5, but I could be wrong about that. This seller had 6 cards sitting on this shelf amongst a whole bunch of other random things. Modern cards, 4 of them are relic cards. $20 for that Ellie De La Cruz. And there's a signed card for Alfonso Soriano. There's a uniform relic for Ron Guidry, priced at $20. That's from the Panini Golden Age set. I think that came out in 2013, but I could be wrong. This seller had the most stuff you could ever imagine. This was in that far left building. As you can see, they have a bunch of wax boxes. There's 91 Leaf for $25. There's some 90 Fleer for $25. There's some rack packs from 89. That's $60 for a box of those. Some more 90 Fleer. A bunch of 92 Donruss in that box. There's some 3-ring binders. I think most of these had junk wax cards in them. Here's some hockey wax boxes. And some football wax boxes. So I missed this top shelf, so I'm going back here, and there was a 90 Donruss wax box for $25. 91 Leaf for $25. And they have all of these cards in 9 pocket pages hanging from the wall. There's 100 different 73 Topps cards for $30. They're generally all common cards. The condition, I would say, is maybe VG. Maybe some of them might approach EX. There's some 65 Topps, some 61 Topps, 75 Topps. These were really fun to look at. I think if the condition was just a bit better, say excellent mint, I might have grabbed maybe 1 or 2 of these. Here's some more random things. There's some 80s Topps traded sets. And a couple other smaller box sets from back in the 80s. These boxes contained a whole bunch of cards. Most of the baseball ones were junk wax. So they were about $20 a box, and they were full. They were full. So if you're looking for that, there's a good supply of them. A lot of fun looking at these. Robin Yount rookie card, Dave Winfield rookie card, 64 Harmon Killebrew, 69 Reggie Jackson. That 68 Tom Seaver I had a closer look at. That $50 is a pretty good deal, but it had some damage that you couldn't see from above. And I wish it hadn't had that, because I probably would have scarfed that one up. 86 Topps traded Bo Jackson, 87 Barry Bonds. Again, the lighting makes this a little difficult to see. I thought the prices on the cards that were in there were about fair for what the condition they were in was. No like big deals or anything. So if it was something you really needed and the condition was okay with you, this probably would be a good place to check out. A bunch of Mike Schmidt cards. And they had a whole bunch of boxes and binders on these shelves here. Again, mostly junk wax era. And there you can see the entire setup. Here's a seller selling a wall of Hot Wheels cars. When I see a big display like this, for some reason I can't control myself. I was like, oh, this needs to be filmed because it's impressive. It's a lot of cars. And this final seller has an autographed picture of Don Mattingly. I think that's $34. There's some 81 tops, and this looks like autographed photos. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not familiar with this stuff. They want $185 for that entire binder. And here's a Mickey Mantle storybook for $35 and some Mickey Mantle cards. I think those came out in the late 80s or early 90s. I don't really remember. And up here, there's some Donruss Champions oversized cards and a 93 Stadium Club Yankees team set. There you can see those. And here's Cody at the dog show. We were at Galloway Township Municipal Complex in Galloway, New Jersey. Here he is going back and forth in the ring. And I did buy two things at that antique mall. So stay tuned. I'll go over that shortly. Plus, I have some additional antique mall footage. So for some more antique malls in the next coming days. So stay tuned for that. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed that short tour of the Slatington Marketplace in Slatington, Pennsylvania, located at 8281 Route 873 in what was a former Keystone lamp factory. It was a pretty cool place. Like I said in the video, it had about 250,000 square feet. So if you go there, you probably want to at least allot maybe 1 to 2 hours of time to cover the whole place. I tried to do it as quickly as I could. We were actually on our trip to New Jersey for a dog show, and we decided to stop here because we'd never been here before. So I got this small set of cards from 1992 Fleer called the Performer Collection, and this was produced for Citgo and 7-Eleven. And if you bought 8 gallons of gas, or 8 or more gallons of gas, you could receive a pack of 5 cards. This one cost me $5. Not sure if I can get this out. It looks like the package is stapled together. Maybe we'll quickly go over these if I can get this open. Looks like it's working out fine. So here we go. Nolan Ryan, Frank Thomas, Ryan Sandberg, Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken Jr., Roger Clemens, Cecil Fielder, Dave Justice, Wade Boggs, Tony Gwynn, Kirby Puckett, Darryl Strawberry, Jose Canseco, Barry Larkin, Terry Pendleton, Don Mattingly, Ricky Henderson, Ruben Sierra, Jeff Bagwell, Tom Glavine, Ramon Martinez, Will Clark, Barry Bonds, and Roberto Alomar. I'm not sure if this is the same photos they used on the 92 Fleer set. I don't have very many cards from that set, but the design looks very similar. It has the Performer Collection here, and I don't know if there's anything on back. Yeah, there's the 7-Eleven and Citgo logos, and it's a 24 card set. So pick that one up for $5. That's the first time I think I've ever seen that out in the wild. And the second thing I got was this 1981 Topps Coca-Cola Kansas City Royals set, and it looks like it's the full thing, and it looks like it's still sealed. Might save this for another video down the road since this is still sealed. Actually, oh, that looks like just saran wrap. I don't know how these were originally issued, but let's have a look at it. I guess we might as well just open it up now. Because I think that when these came out, they were in 3-card packs. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I can get this open. It's got this old tape on it, and I don't want to do any damage to the cards of any sort. But why not? Let's open this up now, and then it'll save me from having to make another video down the road. Alright, it's coming loose now. We can have a quick peek at these. Here's the header card, which I think has an advert on the back for uncut sheets. Wish I had known about these. I would have loved to have gotten an uncut sheet because it looks like all you needed to do was send $4 and your name and address to P.O. Box 1300 in Cobb, Connecticut. Limit 1 sheet per request. Wow. Anyway, we got Willie Aikens, and the difference between this and the 81 set is it has a Coca-Cola logo up at the top and the logo back here, and the card numbering is different from the regular set. So Willie Aikens, George Brett, these look like they're in pretty good shape too. Larry Gura, Dennis Leonard, Hal McRae, Amos Otis, Dan Quisenberry, U.L. Washington. Looks like there's a little piece of paper stuck to the... There we go. There it came off. John Wathen, Frank White, and Willie Wilson to finish this off. That was a really good club back in 1980, 81, and the late 70s as well. Made it to the championship series quite a few times, but had a hard time getting past the Yankees. Phillies had the same problem too, and they both faced each other in 1980. Phillies just couldn't get through the championship series in the late 70s. Anyway, that's what I bought there. Like I said in the video, that 1968 Topps Tom Seaver for $50 really caught my eye. I thought that was probably a pretty good price, but when the gentleman opened the case and I looked at it more closely, it had something like a bend or a dip or something in the bottom of the card, and I was like, oh wow, it was a little more severe than I thought it was. The card was not in a top loader or penny sleeve. It was directly in a card saver, so I'm hoping that wasn't damaged putting it in the card saver, because I find card savers annoying. I was also interested in that Denny McLain rookie card. It was way off center, but when I got a closer look at it, it had kind of a large corner ding, and I was like, what a bummer. That's the problem with antique malls. You see stuff from above, and they're in cases, and you have all this fluorescent lighting, and you look at it, and it looks really cool from a couple feet away, but once you inspect it a little more closer, things start showing up. And sometimes it's difficult seeing them through top loaders too, especially if they're scratched real well. You might not pick up some flaw even if you look at it closely with a flashlight, because I've picked up cards in the past, got them home, taken them out of the top loader to put them in a nice clear top loader, and I would notice something that I never saw at the antique mall, even though I looked at it really closely. But hey, that's life. Things like that happen sometimes. Anyway, we were on our way to New Jersey. I showed you some dog show footage of Cody at Galloway Township Municipal Complex in Galloway, New Jersey, and that was not far from Atlantic City. We stopped at one antique mall on US Route 9, which isn't far from this dog show. And then later on we traveled down to Cape May and spent a day there. And so I have footage of Cody on the beach. We had some really severe winds when we were down there, so I'll show some footage of that and some upcoming videos in the next week or two. I visited 2 antique malls down there, bought cards at the one near Atlantic City and the one in Cape May, and the last one I didn't get anything at, but pretty good trip. Picked up some neat looking cards, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully it'll be a nice thing to watch. Thanks so much for everyone watching. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and stay tuned for more antique mall videos coming up. Have a great one, everybody, and don't forget to leave a beep beep in the comments section. Beep beep, everybody.